Hello, welcome back to today's video. So excited to have you here. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, welcome. My name is Ellie Brown from Uptown with Ellie Brown. Today is gonna be a quick tutorial. I'm gonna be sharing with you what's really gonna be my summer look and my summer routine for makeup because, you know, all the kids are home during the summer. I don't have a whole lot of time and I can do this look. Those are Audrey's little footsteps running. But I can complete this look really in 5 minutes. It's just more of a boom, 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 boom. But again, this is an easy and a quick look, not a whole lot of products. I'm excited to be sharing this video with you today. So let's get to the tutorial, shall we? It is also that time of the month, so I've got some spots and breakouts that I need to cover here that refuse to go away, so I'm doing that with my NARS Pot Concealer. And then I'm gonna let this dry down for a couple of minutes before I put over the tinted serum foundation. Okay, brought you up close here so you can see everything in action. My hair also is not cooperating with me today and it is driving me crazy. So the base that I'm gonna be using pretty much all summer is gonna be this L'Oreal True Match Nude. It's got hyaluronic acid in it, and it is a tinted serum. So it's not necessarily a foundation. Remember that. It's not gonna give you a coverage like a foundation. It's very light, great for everyday wear, I think. Gives you that no makeup look, your skin but better type thing. I saw somebody compare this to the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Now, I do not think those are the same. They do have the same type, the same consistency. It's very liquidy, but I don't think this is the same as like that. I think it kind of gives you that same overall very pretty glow. But this is a very pretty tinted serum for the everyday. It gives you a very light finish sheen. So we're gonna use this. This is gonna be the one that I probably use all summer long. This is just a really, really pretty tinted serum. And I want to keep saying it's a foundation, but it's not a foundation, it's a serum. So we're gonna apply that and you can see it is pretty liquidy. And this is a couple of shades darker for me, but I am using way too much here. I have to go get a lighter shade when I don't have my self tanner on. This matches perfectly when I have my self tanner. So I'm just gonna take a brush and just blend this all over. I applied my concealer on some of the spots. I just wiped a bit too hard where I actually took off the concealer on over that pimple. So you gotta make sure the spots where you use your concealer to cover up any blemishes, make sure you're tapping and you're not swiping, because then you're just gonna swipe away the concealer. I'm surprised this also, I've been using it for a couple of weeks. I'm surprised this holds up so well even in the Houston heat and humidity. It doesn't get super duper oily. I do have to set it and use a loose powder, but it still wears really well throughout the day. So this is the finish and the coverage. As you can see, kind of evened out the skin. A little bit of coverage, not a whole lot. We'll move on to the color corrector for the eyes. So I'm using my handy dandy NARS color corrector for my under eyes here. Thank you, Liam. Working from home and trying to get videos done while the kids are home is not an easy task. I'm like, guys, I need you guys to just hang still for 30 minutes. It's just not an easy balance, but look at this. This concealer or color corrector is one of my favorites. This stuff is amazing. I know I've talked about this one before. And I like to use my fingers just because I think it blends a whole lot better with my fingers. So now I'll go in with my concealer and I'm using the Hourglass in Oat Vanish. Gonna let that sit for a couple of minutes. While this sets, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows just to add a little bit of color to the brows and brush them up a little bit. I don't like the full-on brushed eyebrows, so what I will do is I will brush them up just to give them some shape. And then what I do is I'll take my spoolie and then I'll just brush down the edges like that, just so they still have some shape, but they're not like the fanned out eyebrow trend that is going on that I don't personally love. And if you've got pretty full and dark eyebrows, I feel like a brush like this from Charlotte Tilbury is great because it just adds a little bit of color and a little bit of tint that makes them a little bit darker but still keeps it natural. And then I'm going over the Charlotte Tilbury with the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit, just because this helps keep it in shape and nice and put. Okay, we blended out the concealer. Now, during the summer, I like a very pretty, glowy, bronzed look. So I tend to reach for cream products and cream bronzers and cream blushes. So I'm gonna be using the Say Light in Shade Light Bronze. This is the Sun Melt. I'm gonna use my Beauty Blender. I'm just gonna tap this in to give it a bronzed look. This is a very natural bronzer, very pretty here. So with the damp Beauty Blender, I'm just patting it on the bronzer and tapping it onto the skin. You can use a brush if you want. I like using a damp Beauty Blender. I feel like it gives you a very pretty natural finish. It doesn't look muddy. It looks very natural. It blends a whole lot easier. And it just looks a lot prettier than, you know, using a brush. So that's the bronzer. Now I'm going to apply the blush. And after I apply the blush, then I'll set the under eyes. But I am using the shade Bliss in the Rare Beauty. And this is a pigmented, her blushes are very pigmented, so you don't need a whole lot. Yep, looks good. I was about to get carried away over here. You can't see a whole lot because the light's bright, but this is very soft and very pretty. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I am gonna take my bronzer and I'm going to apply the bronzer just on my lids, just to give it a little bit of color, warm it up a bit. I don't like going completely bare on the eyelid. If I don't wanna do a shadow look or even a little bit of shimmer, I will take a little bit of bronzer always and apply it to the crease, because I feel like it gives it a little bit of color, but still keeps it very natural and it's very easy to do. So I will take one of my fluffy brushes like this and then just swipe the color back and forth on my lid, and I'll show you the difference between from one to the other. But again, it's just a little bit of color but without a whole lot, and you can see the difference here. It's still very soft, very natural, but it gives the eye a little bit more shape, defines things a little bit, but again, it's not a whole lot. Okay, now we're gonna set the under eyes, and I'm gonna use a little bit of the soft pink setting powder by Kylie Jenner, and I'm going to use this just on the very inner corner just to keep the eyes nice and bright. And then I will take my Maybelline Fit Me and apply that on my T-zone to set my T-zone. But I just like taking that soft pink, and again, just on the inner corner right here, just brightening it up a little bit like that. And then I'll take the Fit Me loose powder and then set that again on the T-zone and anywhere else. Another trick, if you want your blush and your bronzer to last all day and for it to pop, you can always set your blush and bronzer, your cream blush and bronzer, with a powdered blush and bronzer, and that'll really help your blush bronzer really stay all day. We'll apply highlighter, lipstick, and mascara. So I applied highlighter here, and what you can do with your highlighter again is you can take a little bit on your finger, just a little bit, and you can apply and swipe it on the lid. And I like to bring it up to the brow bone to connect it all. And you don't need a lot, just a little bit to kind of connect all of the glow. I think looks really pretty. And then you can also take a small brush like this, and then if you want, you can apply a little bit on the inner corner as well. You don't want to go overboard with the highlighter. I mean, you can if you want, but it's personal preference. I'm going to keep it a little bit more soft. For the lips, I'm going to line my lips with the Maybelline Color Sensational Lip Liner in shade 135, Palest Pink. It's really pretty pink for every day. And then over that lip liner, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. Also has a hyaluronic acid, and this is in shade Reef. This is like my favorite gloss at the moment. Tap that in. Now for the lashes, and I'm going to curl my lashes, and then I'm gonna apply the Lancome Booster. And then I'm also gonna use my Clean Sweep mascara. I like the combo of these two because this gives a little bit of volume and then this gives length. So I'm gonna apply that and we'll come back with the finished look. Okay, so here is the finished look. You can obviously still see, again, imperfections on the skin, but it does even out the skin and it does give you a very pretty glow all over, as you can see. But still, again, with still being able to see the imperfections gives you that skin but better look that we talked about. And here's the forehead here. Let me know down below, have you tried any of the products? Have you tried the tinted serum? Do you love it? Do you not like it? Don't forget to subscribe if you have not. Thumbs up this video and hit that little bell for the notifications of when the next video goes live. I hope you have a great day. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you here again soon. Bye.